Hi guys. So my Part B SR12 Part B video just got sort of flagged or rejected from YouTube. It's a copyright infringement. So I don't know why the other ones are okay and suddenly that one was not okay. But I'm not going to show the video anymore because they don't want me to do that. So I'm just gonna go through the script for the rest of the movie, okay? So let's do a little quick review here. Let me share my screen. And here's the script again. So for part A, right, I started here, talk about Red being approved, right, to get out of the jail, get out of prison. Okay. And we kind of worked our way through here a bit. Okay. I'm sure you guys remember how to get this script, right? You just kind of Google it and comes right up. It's great. You can read all the words here. I know most of you guys are watching the movie and you have the English and Chinese subtitles. So you can just use those, but this is another way to check the words, right? To see exactly what they're saying. Okay, so it talks about harsh truth, not going to make it on the outside. Red is thinking about how to break parole, right? Remember, parole is when you're out of jail and you're free, but you're supposed to check with the parole officer to make sure that you're good, that your behavior is okay, right? So he's looking, he looks at the handguns, and then he also sees the compass, right? So they don't have that listed here, but anyway, he does get a compass. So talking about it's terrible to be afraid, right? To live in fear. It's just like Brooks did, right? Remember, Brooks was in the same room and he knew all about living in fear, right? Which is terrible. So have to be afraid all the time, right? That's not a nice way to live. Of course, they show this. Brooks Hatlin was here on the wall, or they call that ceiling beam, right? And only one thing is stopping Red. He says he would commit a crime, right? He would do something, break the law, so he can go back to jail. Sounds like he doesn't want to kill himself. He would not kill himself as Brooks did, but he would, commit a crime, which would send him back to jail. That's where he's comfortable, right, in jail. So one thing stopping him, and that is the promise he made to Andy, right? You guys remember that part? Okay, so then he's going over, taking a bus, right, down to the border of Mexico, right? He's going to Mexico, and or sorry, not yet, excuse me. He's just going to the field, right, first. So that's in Buxton. And then he finds it's the Black Rock, right? Under the Black Rock, there's a tin box. He finds a letter in there. So here's this great letter from Andy. If you're reading this, you've gotten out. If you come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little farther. You remember the name of the town, don't you? And then Red says it, right? Zihuatanejo. He's a good man to help me with my project. It's to help me get my project on wheels, meaning to get started with his business, right? Remember, Andy wants to have the business of a hotel and also taking people out on his boat. And of course mentions the chess board, so wants to play chess with Red. It's Andy's favorite game. and he talks about hope again. Remember, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things. No good thing ever dies. So in the prison, Red was kind of angry at Andy, talking about hope, because hope in jail is a dangerous thing, right? Because how are you going to get out? Right? You're just stuck in jail. So that was something they disagreed on. But then Andy is mentioning again, how hope is a good thing. Okay, says so. Red is crying, of course, and he's got a bunch of money, right? Cash in that envelope. That's a lot of money. Definitely enough money to go to Mexico on a bus. But Andy's really rich, right? So he's got extra money to give to Red there. And then this is the famous line from the movie, right? If you remember anything from this movie, remember this famous quote, right? These famous words: get busy living or get busy dying. Okay, so if you're going to live, well, really live, try hard, try your hardest to live. If you're going to die, well, just kill yourself. So it's very black and white choice. So Brooks decided to get busy dying, right? Killed himself. Well, Red's gonna get busy living, so he goes to Mexico. And okay, so anyway, this is interesting. For the second time in my life, I am guilty of committing a crime. So Red killed someone when he was younger. That's how he went to jail. Now, only for the second time, just a second crime in his life, he's we call this one here parole violation. So remember, parole is when you're out of jail, but you're not really free yet. They still keep track of you. Violation is you're breaking the law. So he's supposed to be, doing his job right at the supermarket. Supposed to be staying at the place there in Brooks's room, called Halfway House, in the Halfway House. But he's not doing that, right? He's running away. So that's a big parole violation, but it's only the second crime. That's funny. He murdered a guy and then he does this crime also, second one. They're not going to look for an old crook. You guys remember Crook, right? Crook is a criminal. So the police don't really care about him. He says, throw up any roadblocks. That's where the police stop traffic. Whoa, disappeared there for a minute. Police will stop the cars and check everybody. If there's a really terrible criminal they're worried about, they would do that, but they're not really worried about Red. He's not really dangerous. Right. Okay, so he's on the bus, right, going down to Mexico, right? Feels very excited. Can't sit still, hold a thought in my head. Very excited, right, to meet Andy. It's the excitement that a free man, only a free man can feel. Free man, the start of a long journey whose conclusion is us. So this is so exciting. Red is not at the end of his life. He's at the beginning of a new life, right? It says start of a long journey whose conclusion, that means he does not know the conclusion, right, is the end of his life. So it's very cool, very exciting. He's starting a whole new life now. It's great. So that's why he's so excited. Hope I can make it across the border. That means go into Mexico. Hope I can see my friend, shake his hand, right? Hope the Pacific Ocean is as blue as it is in my dreams. So he's been dreaming about the ocean. He's never seen that before, right? So he's got hope. So remember before, Red did not have hope. And Andy kind of taught him to have some hope. And then now he really has hope. Yeah. So, all right. So here we have the ending part of the movie, right? There's a boat there. Someone's working on this boat. And they describe what we see at the end here. And of course, that is the ending. So actually, these lines are in this original script, but they were cut from the movie. So Yeah, and actually in the end, we see them hugging, right? Andy jumps off the boat. Is very happy to see Red. They hug, and that's it. We see the credits, right? We call the closing credits of the movie, and that's it for the movie. So now, of course, you guys get to work on your videos. Hopefully, you're already working on those videos. I'm excited, right? I want to see the conclusion of the videos, and hopefully you put some time in. You know, I'm giving you enough time, right? Several weeks to work on this. So hopefully you guys can make some good videos. Just try your hardest. I sent you, actually, your class leader shared with you how to make a good video, right? So you can do it that way. If you have another way, then you can use that. If you have any questions, again, please ask me. I'm happy to answer questions. But I expect some nice videos. Again, look at the videos of me and my son that we made, those YouTube videos, and those can be some kind of example, right? So I expect like this background, you know, maybe some costumes, and it could be music, you know, different things to make it a good video. Good. All right, so hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed this movie. I think it's pretty great, right? Next movie I teach will definitely be a newer, a newer movie, and probably not so serious anyway. But this one was great. So all the best. Take care.